Welcome to the Bridge Podcast, presented to you by the Bridge Studioz. Here with the Bridge Boys once again. We have Mr. Deshaun Bridge in the building.
Check.
We have behind the camera, you don't know the producer, Tafari Bridge Boys.
Yeah, man. I forgot recording one of them.
Don't it? We have very controversial figure. Mr. We go by Junior or Adrian or what we want to go by, Junior? JR. Alright, so very popular from last week's episode. And we have his counterpart. Mr. Scum. Yes,
Spell it with a K.
Yeah, SKUM. Scum. Yeah, you sure you don't want to go by Omar? That sounds more proper enough for your take last week. Scum? Alright. And then we have the newest sponsor, Total. Alright, Tizzle. Yeah. So, but this week topic kind of different. We want to go, this week topic we want to talk about, we got a lot of requests for long distance relationships. Do you think they work? Have you been in one? How did it go, or how is it going?
Well, and how long is the distance?
Distance can mean at least, let's say, 2 hours away.
That's
near.
That's
All right. So normally another country, you know what I mean, or another state from either coast.
Another state, another country. All right.
Yeah, you know what I mean, at least 3 hours away, cause you can reach to Germany. You know what I mean? Yeah, we're gonna go with different country, different coast. All right. So I want to kick it off with let's go with Deshaun.
All right.
Have you ever been in a long distance relationship, sir?
I've tried it, and it could work.
Okay.
We're gonna delve into it, but
it could work.
I think it could work.
Okay. Tootism for shizzle.
Well, I am with the shot. It could work. Understand?
Have you ever been in a long distance relationship?
Yes.
Okay. Scum with a K.
Can go either way still. If you want to use a C, no problem.
Okay.
Scum,
Same thing.
not really a difference.
Have you ever been in a long distance relationship?
Yeah.
Yeah. And it has worked out?
Yeah. I mean, the main ingredients of any relationship is love. So, I mean, it can work.
Can we get the snaps? It's
really about the personalities and whether or not, you know, what you value.
Yeah.
What you prioritize. But if you want something, you're going to work for it.
So once love is there, no matter where you
I think
are.
that's the main ingredient. You know, God is love. And I mean, with God, everything is possible.
And we're gonna save Junior. No, JR. JR, come a little bit closer, man. Many people them see you. We know you're just coming from work and think it's fine. Everybody have a job.
We're good, man. We're good right there, sir.
You think a long distance relationship work?
Well, you know what I'm saying? Absence don't make the heart grow fonder, it make it wonder.
I gotta think we gotta do the snaps for that too. We
gotta
gotta
come out to the
bars. Yeah, you know what I mean?
No. Need to elaborate on that.
No, the floor is yours, JR.
The floor is yours.
So the
Hold on. When the heart start wonder, what does that mean? You go out and cheat? What? You go out and find someone to...
You're interpret. It's left up to whatever you.
No, you can't just add.
Interpret it.
I've heard the statement before, but we never hear the wonder part get added on. So I want to know the wonder in this part.
They left off that part.
So what you mean for you?
What do you mean? Exactly what it said when something wonder, somebody wonder what that means.
It goes looking.
All right.
Looking for love.
We're
looking for
well,
satisfaction. We're looking for what?
Well, that's up to interpretation.
So,
you know?
have you ever been in a long distance relationship?
I have. Yeah.
Give a elaborate look a bit fun, you know, how that go?
Like me say, you know, absence not only make the heart grow fonder, it also makes it wonder. So, you know.
Never heard of that in my life.
This is
the heart grow fonder.
The first time I'm
I guess
hearing
he's
it.
trying to say that was actually, you know, written with a small ink, you know, persons only know about it going further, but he's saying that, you know, if you read it carefully, if you read the fine print, you will see that it also makes the heart wonder.
A lot of time relationships, long distance relationships don't last because of the distance. It's not because love is not present.
So you're saying long distance relationships normally don't manifest to nothing more than just lust. It might touch a little bit of love.
No, but I'm not saying that. I'm saying, let me repeat again. A lot of time, long distance relationship don't last. It's not because love isn't present. It's because what you need at present is not there.
Like, oh,
Well, I wouldn't.
What?
I mean,
What
why
you
you
What?
females, bro. Really?
A lot of relationships.
Lego one day, hear me out
Whether or not it's
Yo,
long
put on the
distance,
glass.
are you seeing everybody? Are you seeing each other on an everyday basis? It doesn't really mean that the relationship will work or will last. So as I said, the main ingredient is love. Now, as I also said that it also depends on the priority, the personalities, as it relates to what is it that you really want and what is it that you value. So if you prioritize something or you want something, you're going to work for it. Even if it means hard work, you're going to work for it.
So is a long distance relationship a little bit different? Do you set up boundaries? Do you set up like a hall pass?
I was just gonna go there. Like, that's my biggest fear, right? Dushan Bridge Boy is here, so it's just the even talk about wonder, the mind that go wonder, brother. Like, yo, what she a do? I'm sure she a go wonder what me a do. You understand? Like, is she with some other dude right now?
Bro, it is 2001.
Bro.
It's 2000. It's not like back then when you had to go buy a phone call just to call her, and she had to stay by the host phone to answer it. You know what I mean? What? One button and you're there. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
FaceTime
but alright, for instance, you can do
FaceTime,
that,
yeah.
nobody pick up, oh babe, I was sleeping.
So what do you mean? You have to give her the benefit of the doubt. You have to trust her until otherwise, ain't it? So she said she was sleeping.
Hence, absence don't only make the heart grow fonder. It makes it.
But you
wonder.
could just
That
get up
does
out of the
nothing
same
for the
bed.
argument.
You could just get up out of the same bed. She gone to work, you gone to work.
And that's my point exactly. A relationship on
And
our
you're still
own. A
wondering
relationship.
you're still wondering what she's doing.
A relationship when you and the person sleeping at the same bed is so difficult to maintain because it's constant work. Just imagine when somebody there half the mile, half the world away from you.
But what if you're a person that love your space? What if you're a person that like your
But
space?
Then you don't need for being in a relationship.
That goes back to trust. So if you can't trust the person next to you, you still can't trust the person miles from you.
Well, you see, the fact of the matter is that a lot of time, people give of themselves, or the people who normally hurt you are the people where you give the most to, where you give a lot of yourself to.
Bro, stop that, yo.
You know what? That was bars.
I found that one. I
That was
give it
bars.
to beggars.
That was bars.
That was snaps, bro. That was
snaps.
That was
You get
snaps.
snaps for that?
Yeah, that was snaps. That was snaps.
I'm still waiting to get the fullness of
Yeah, because
it.
all he's doing is polluting the argument.
It's not a matter about pollution.
The person who you give the most is who hurt you. So
It's
I'm
who
listening.
normally hurt you the most.
So yeah, as it relates to
So-
long distance, short
But
distance.
By the way, people, JR might be going through therapy right now.
It now have nothing to do with
That's why my
distance.
behind the phone.
So why Total hiding though? Because he has been very quiet. Is he
Total,
going through
show yourself.
some depression or something? This topic is not his kind of life.
I'm sure Total in a long distance relationship. I heard he got Pornhub on tag on his phone. However,
Anyway, I refute such statement. Right, but alright. I listen to JR, I listen to school. Right? However, if you and the individual have an understanding, right? And this is where trust. And I think JR and school is trying to find the equilibrium where the trust and the something there. Each other personality are trying to find the proper word.
Stop, man.
Meet, right? Then I think if we have the understanding, I think it should be okay, right? So with that, now we make a wonder or we think crazy things, or if you order this, or if me order this. But it will just flow. Because that's what we're trying to find, a natural flow. Is that so?
Yo, but it's natural though. It's natural for you to just think, yo. She probably honey. Well, I know Junior, she probably honey right now. She feel like she can't get away with it. She gonna give a little man a piece, you see me?
Every girl have that one guy where they feel so comfortable to have sex with. Probably a previous ex that even when they're in between relationships, they always go back to that guy. And then they're comfortable with that guy. They know that guy is probably not gonna say nothing, tell nothing. You know what I mean? So them always
That guy's a label.
What's the label?
That's the guy that don't run up the body count.
Exactly.
Ooh. That's the guy that don't run up the body count.
And every girl have something like that.
That's the cranium too.
You know what I mean? But bring it to me. Chavez Bridge Boys now.
So why you think that every girl has something like that? Is that all the girls that you've been with have that kind of a guy?
No, from what I've heard,
I don't think every girl is the same.
Every girl have a favorite ex or a favorite sex partner. Right? You don't think that everybody have a favorite sex partner?
Side man.
Right? You don't think so?
Listen what I'm saying. I don't think that every girl is the same. So I don't think every girl keep tabs or try to get back with their ex or have
Not
this
saying
one,
it don't even have to be an ex.
or have this
It don't
one
even have to be
person.
that sex.
But what I'm saying is this. Just because you might have good sex with somebody don't mean that you're going to go back to them.
It's not necessarily good sex, you know, it's comfortable sex.
But what I'm saying
They're comfortable with that person.
irrespective of how good it is or how comfortable it is or how sure it is. If you've moved on from that person, you've moved on from that person.
No, but you have that. No, it's not really move on enough. You guys
But
just
you're
have that
saying keep going back,
understanding.
and you're saying
You have that
having that
understanding that you can be in a relationship, but you still want that sex part of it.
And you know, that's why they say Jamaicans don't end relationships. It's normally just a pause. And then they get back.
Circular back in.
Yeah, like
I don't know.
she forget that she cheated on her. Wait.
Oh, she deleted all the pictures.
She deleted all the pictures?
It's
Time.
You don't want to start a new relationship with high stranger.
You're talking about
No. You know the text me? Hey, big head. Clarity.
You're talking about Jamaica Queens or Kingston, Jamaica, because Jamaica, you know, the other country, Jamaica, I mean, Jamaican men don't cheat. I don't really sure if it's the same for Jamaican females.
One second.
You said, hey, big head.
I thought those
That's what she texts.
Chavez Bridge Boys now. I think that a long distance relationship can work. However, I think there's a time period to it, right?
That's what I was just gonna ask. You know, how long is
there's a time period to it because
the distance in terms of
it's impossible. It's impossible to be just a long distance relationship forever. You have to say
What you mean time span or distance?
meaning like let's say I live in America, she lives in Jamaica. What are we going to do to how long?
I mean, you're on farm work for 6 months or probably a year if you extend it.
9 months.
No, that's different. That's
People
different.
have relationships like that.
Yes, that's different. You know it's just a matter of time. But what if let's say you go on vacation.
So I'm saying that
real quick. You went on vacation. You went on vacation. You met this girl. You fall in love like head over heels. Or not even love, but you rate her a lot. Lost. You know what I mean? You live in America. She doesn't have a visa or something. You guys are communicating. Like, how long can you go without living in the same country?
So what year?
And then my second question follow up to that is, would you as the American citizen provide her with a visa, like file for her, engage to her? How you feel about that?
If the pussy good, what do you mean?
What?
Well, first thing, the scenario that
Well, if you fall in love, it has to be good. Yeah. So that's a prerequisite. You get me?
You know the vibe.
You know the vibes. Alright, go ahead, Scoop.
The scenario that you paint a while ago, you know, it's just that you went out on vacation, I don't know how long, and you meet somebody, but you said lost, you said, I mean, you know, you're just getting to know. I'm not sure I could say, well, you know, actually love or a proper relationship in terms of courting, because of course, you know, if you're looking down towards a committed and a long-term relation, then you're going to go into not just knowing her, but also her family or friends, that type of a thing. So it's going to take some time, and if it is that the person doesn't travel, that's also going to be somewhat of a process to see how you get around that. But I mean, immediately and upfront, you're going to want to get to know the person. So I wouldn't say that in and of itself present an opportunity for a long distance relationship because you don't actually know the person and just at one vacation trip you're talking to that person.
I guess the real question is, right, in terms of how long, when it says a long distance relationship, it's really how long can you go without sex? That comes down to the bottom line.
I mean, I don't necessarily agree with that because not all relationship is based on sex.
Right.
You know what I mean?
No, that's a big part.
It is
a
a
big
big
part.
part.
I agree with that statement.
The one thing I would say is that
I mean, you have phone sex, you could do phone sex, you could masturbate. There's a bunch of things you could do.
What?
I know.
We weren't going to take it there. What?
Yo,
we have to take it
Hold
there.
on.
Without being like
Phone sex and masturbate? Are we 14?
No. Shop.
What's snaps, bro? What?
Snaps, I guess.
No, I need to feel a real cushion in with the pushing in. You get me?
But that's the point that I'm trying to get to, is the fact that sex is what is going to bring you guys a bit closer. As much as people try to present this facade as if, we have this intimate thing, but we are so far away from each other and our spirits are intertwined or whatever. At some point in time, we are human beings,
I agree
and
with
we are
that.
sexual
Sex
beings.
does bring us closer together.
So I mean, I understand how people just make it seem as if say, I want to say people may talk about
School. Yes.
they make it seem as
I'm
if
not the only one here that said it can work, so I don't understand why you're
alright.
isolating me.
And Tafari to
I don't have COVID, don't put me in the corner.
push the idea.
Snaps.
And Tafari we push the idea like so well then, them can just meet a girl and say, alright, you're there Jamaica, cool, me go and hold out, because I'm there in New York.
And that is why I said
It
it's a
don't have to
different
be just
scenario.
Jamaica. You can meet somebody who live in Brooklyn.
It's not just to say
Why
just
if
meet
they
somebody.
why if they can't get up and just go to Brooklyn? Like right away.
You might get a job offer or you might end up getting a promotion and the promotion takes you to another state. So what are you going to do?
Move
Say, hey,
everybody, yeah.
but
Move.
it does not offer you the opportunity or your significant other is in a particular, a particular comfort or
But
a
before you
high
take
paying
that-
position just the same.
Before you take that job, you have to, all of them things they will come into consideration.
Yes, and I'm saying that having considered, you decide that, hey, based on...
But there are other factors though. How long have you been in a relationship? For somebody to take on them kind of responsibility.
And this is what I'm saying. If you have a relationship that is not just based on sex, and if you have self-discipline, I mean, if you go a year,
Can we
a year
get
and
some
a half,
snaps for that?
I mean, why should
Snaps
it be
for that, yo.
because
Self-discipline.
she's
yo.
not there. She's not
That's
there
a
right away. It means that you have to.
That's a reach, bro. First of all, that's one of the rarest things to have is self-discipline, especially as human beings, black man,
If you're in a
self-discipline.
committed relationship,
What do you mean
must
by?
have some self-discipline because
What do you mean by?
No,
Even
black
if-
man nothing for do with it.
even if you're to wake up with your
Race
partner
man.
every morning, you still have to have some self-discipline because you're going to go.
So
to
hold
work.
on there.
You're going
You
to
mean
see
to
that
tell me,
other
sir?
girl. You're going to.
Say me if you tell me, say, you live with your wife and she decides, say, you're in the doghouse and she's not going to give you any sex. You don't have enough self-discipline for wallow.
That's a completely
Come on, bro.
different thing,
We're talking about.
That's
we're
tomato,
talking
tomato.
about restraints.
Tomato,
We're
tomato.
talking about restraints,
That's
bro.
a completely
We're talking about
different
having
scenario.
restraints.
It's
bro.
different from
That's
knowing I can
different.
get it in a few days than like I don't know when I can get a ticket to
Hop
get
on a
vacation to leave to. Bro, it's not that easy. It's not even the money. It's just like you use up your vacation time.
Especially now in a COVID
You
time.
get what I'm saying? COVID restrictions.
So basically, you're saying, all right.
COVID
So,
prevented flights now?
so
No,
hold on,
it
hold
just
on.
make
So
it harder.
basically,
It just makes it harder.
so basically, right? It's all about transportation, right? Availability. So you're telling me if me have a car can drive to Brooklyn and then me look and say that the train takes 3 hours, 3.5 hours because their things are going on the track or whatever, which is the same amount they probably get to Florida, Jamaica, right? Because availability, you'll be like, yo, fuck it, yo, my mind can't find something in the Bronx. That's what me I talk about. That's my point of view.
Oh, you mean?
Discipline. The self-discipline.
That is my point of view.
The whole lot.
Can you wall out? What if you have a wife and she her career is transitioning to something else. And she have to go with your seminar.
But you know, as
That's
a
different, bro. I think that's
and she's gone for a
I
week.
think
Where
we
is
done
you only for one
we
day?
done establish the long distance thing with it being somebody living in another country or living.
Yeah, so
We're talking about
somebody
living.
living for a
Yeah,
minute.
But we're talking about
yeah,
restrictions.
look
That's
at
a
this.
part of it.
No,
We are currently still within this whole pandemic, right?
Mm.
There are some persons that have gotten sick, and while some persons recover after 2 weeks, there are some persons who have been sick extensively. And they're in the hospital, so what do you? That's like a long distance because you can't get
Question.
Sex is so
Question.
important to you.
What's the end? What's the end goal? What's the end goal of a long distance
That's not the
relationship?
same.
What's
That's not
the end
same.
goal?
What's the end goal?
The end goal of every relationship?
What is it? What is
Having
it?
kids, getting married.
Building together.
Is that
Having
what
a
I'm
So you
lifestyle
can
together.
build together from so far away? I'm asking that.
Oh,
I'm asking you a question. It's
That's
yes
a
or no?
valid question.
Yes,
I
you can.
Can I say something?
You
That's a
can.
valid
yeah,
question.
what you
Of
want
course
to
you can build together from different
I've been in a
areas.
long distance relationship, and you know, the only thing I can say while I was in it, because we were so far away, it actually made us closer.
There you go.
You know?
Can I get some snaps for that? Can we get some
However, what was the
I
time
feel like
straight from that?
if she was right there in my face, I could see her whenever I wanted, like
Yeah.
available, like on a snap. I feel like, you know, we would
There-
have
there
last
becomes
as long
a
as we lasted.
But
Like the thing would
how-
have watered down faster than how it did. You get me? So
I get what you're saying, but I think that has a time period. Even that has a time period. Yes, it can bring you together, but at some point you have to come
but
together.
The
but
intention is to come together.
yeah,
Exactly.
the
Whatever,
time,
so
I
it's
don't
not
think the
about-
time period have to do with the distance of the relationship, because even somebody that's right in your face have a time period sometimes. You get what I'm
Exactly.
saying? It's really what you feel for the person. If you think you can build with the person,
Intentions and-
the intentions. If you think she's worthy enough to build a family with, like
Raise
all
children,
these things,
all these things.
and you
Cook a meal, wash your clothes.
yeah, you don't necessarily scum complete all of a sentence then. I got an echo.
No, he's like finally somebody on my side.
Now partner with scum a little bit, you see, because you know, just thinking about the whole thing and just thinking about the situation that I was in. You know what I mean? It can definitely work. You see me? And I feel like even if you're looking to build a family or establish a certain foundation, then
Just to put a bow on it real fast, right? Long distance relationships, she's in another country. You have the opportunity to bring her from another country. Would you?
so I said it earlier, if the post is good enough.
Alright. We're gonna go to Tutizel. Same question. Would you bring her?
For me, if she can represent me well enough.
You're in a long distance relationship, you've been talking to her for like a year, things are going good. She's kind of
So, as I said, if she can match my personality, if I can guarantee this person will come here and be a reflection of me,
Well, you
fine.
you can't
You
guarantee
can't
guarantee that.
You can't
So that's a no. That's a just say it, bro. That's a no.
I'm gonna guarantee
Sorry,
that.
sorry, I'm not interrupt you. Shall go come here and give you a bun to your fool.
Then,
How are you gonna guarantee that?
Alright, I'm gonna go to
I hear
Scumbar.
too much stories.
Scumbar, would you bring her from that country?
Yes. And just to go back on the question, I think there was a question as it relates to if two persons can be in separate countries and build together. Yes, especially if it is somewhere or a situation where you have family in that country as well as family here. Because like I said, it's not only just about you and the individual. I mean, if you're going into a marriage, you know, it's not just about sex. So on that basis, you know, you want to ensure that you have a decent place there, a decent place here. You want to ensure that
How do you really know a person though? Like, you know, when you're away from a person, they're gonna put on their best face. You're not catching them in all situations. You're not really catching them when they're irate, when, you know, they're tired to see your face every day. Because that's the thing, you know. Like,
Alright.
people can get tired of,
So,
you know what I mean?
And
People-
I understand what you're saying, just like I understand what
so you
Lucio
might
saying.
bring them come and then you say, hold on, this is not the person that,
Just-
because you're only used to seeing them in good times. When you go to see them, they know it's about to be the best 2 weeks of their year.
And
You
just
get
like
what I'm
I
saying?
understand what Dush was saying in terms of being distant sometimes actually make the relationship much more solid.
Correct.
As opposed to be. So what I'm
Correct,
simply
but-
getting at now, it all goes back to, as I said at the beginning, you know, if love is the main ingredient. So the fact of the matter, you can't predict what is going to happen tomorrow. No one knows really. You only can try. So based on what you're feeling and based on what you believe, you know, this person to be, because as was mentioned earlier, 2021 we can video call, FaceTime, you know, we can talk. So if the person is, for example, giving you an attitude or you can't get this person in the night or early morning, or if whatever happens, the person is not responding within a particular time, that's going to cause some issue, and then you're going to be second thinking. So if you're second thinking, then there's some doubt.
But what we're saying there, it's more likely for it to go that way than love this, love that, and everything kumbaya. It's more likely that it doesn't work in a long distance relationship.
I am saying that relationships...
Right or wrong?
I am saying that relationships on a whole right now are more likely to break apart because a lot of relationships...
I thought you were in love all your life.
I am saying most relationships now, so not just about me as an individual and having relationships.
So how you know most relationships
because
now?
the divorce, listen, are you...
I'm just asking a question.
So I'm saying that the divorce rate is up, especially within this whole pandemic. And I'm saying that not only that, a lot of persons go into relationships just for sex.
You know what just crossed my mind?
And
another
sex
thing in long distance
alone not
relationships,
going
there's normally one financer. Are you okay
I
being
don't-
like the
I
main
don't agree.
provider?
I don't agree
Like
that
every-
there's one financer in a
What?
long distance.
I'm just
No.
asking a question, right?
No. You said if I know
That's
that
not-
it's...
that's not a-
I
that's
would
not a
know
fact.
that.
Not a fact. I'm saying our Malpeta scenario.
Okay.
You're the you mostly take care of the finances, right? In this long distance, because naturally, right? Because naturally, you're in America, the currency is stronger. You know what I mean, better paid. So you mostly take
No,
care
but
of
there are
everything.
persons
Suppose she's in
other-
England.
There are persons in other countries that are making
him only
more money than
reference to
persons in
Jamaica, bro.
America.
We are mostly
What's
Jamaicans
in
here,
England?
so we're talking about Jamaica.
But even in Jamaica,
but are
you
you
have
okay
people
with
that
that?
make money.
Jamaica.
You have people in Jamaica make
I'm
good
just
money.
saying,
You know.
but yeah, there's always gonna be, you know, what I mean, the exception.
Okay. Alright, yeah, paint a scenario.
Now paint a scenario.
Paint a scenario.
If you are the
If you are-
main, does that do anything for you? Is there a time
So
where
if
you
you
can
want
say,
to be the sole provider, which most men, most alpha male want to be everything for the woman.
me no want to be
In
the
any
sole
country,
provider,
in
the
any
sole
country,
provider.
you're supposed to be a provider.
Me no want,
Yeah,
yeah, but me no want to be the sole provider.
The fact that-
Woman have to contribute.
That's not a
The
fact.
fact-
I'll also.
The fact
Woman
of the
have to
matter
contribute.
is-
No,
the
that's
fact of the
it.
matter is,
Sorry, good
it
to try to
all,
find
it
a
all
balance.
depends on your personality. So you have an issue with that. I don't have a problem. Once I can afford it, I don't have a problem if I'm supposed to be the, because as I said, the main ingredient is love and actually what you're looking forward to. Now, saying that I don't have a problem with it, also I do have interest in how the other person is going to operate. How the, you understand? So everything has to come together. But like I said, it's just as though I say that it's not just about sex, it's not just about finances. Because
Those are the two biggest
I can
things.
be up now and I can be down tomorrow. So if I'm not working for 2 months and she is willing to, when I get back on my feet, hey, I didn't even remember that she was doing anything because I'm trying to make sure that everything is good. So it's a lot of things, but like I said, relationship is not just based on sex, it's not just based on one aspect. A lot of things have to come together, but just as much as a relationship where you live together can break apart, yes, a relationship with distance can break. And yes, it's more complicated, but it can work. It all depends on...
Alright, and JR, we leave the floor to you.
Take us home.
Take us home. let me just start the snaps from now. Let me just start the snaps from now. I know this dude prepared his bars. You know what, like when Vibes Cartel's on the track, you wait for his verse. He's coming up, his verse coming up. You get me? So it's like
Too much pressure.
Too much pressure.
alright, Vibes Cartel is the goat. Alright.
The JR go still, but might take us home. But I just want to show something real quick. I was in a long distance relationship. It didn't work. I think anybody that's considering a long distance relationship, always keep it open and honest, and don't lock yourself in a box. Like to say, give an example. If me get on it, I want to go fuck some pussy. So she'll be able to go fuck some pussy, and she should be comfortable with that.
And you are comfortable
And
with sheet.
I should be able to be comfortable with that as well.
You should be.
No.
Should be.
No, say it out. You should be comfortable with her going and finding
He can't even say it. Okay.
Yo,
She
she can go do her thing as well.
No, you wouldn't look at her to say,
no.
stop it. Stop. You would not look at her. If she said, babe, yo, I was horny.
So you're saying that you're
you know, remember that ex I told you about that we always do? I had sex with him.
You're saying you're okay with that?
My question is, though, is that relationship working?
Is that a relationship?
Exactly.
Is that a relationship?
An open relationship.
It's an open relationship, bro.
Yeah, open relationship.
I can do whatever I want, she can do
That
whatever
might
she
be-
wants, and we good. When
Yo,
we
I know
connect,
that a
we know-
shiver me, dog. No, sir. No. If alright, just like school.
So you want to be able to do what you want to do, or you can want it?
If it's a long distance relationship and I rate her, I don't want no other guy to be inside her.
So hold on. You want to
The
take
fuck? And you want to eat it too? What? Even though I never got that, cause what's the point of having the cake?
So do you want to fuck some pussy though?
I would want to fuck some pussy, but I would have to hold out because I think it's a two-way street. You know what I'm saying? I don't want her to give it away. You know what I'm saying? So what it is better you're upfront and you be like, you know, just tell her straight up. Like from my experience, because I'll be honest. Like I've been in a long distance relationship and I've cheated. You know what I mean? And hurt the person. So it's best to like just be upfront. You know what I mean?
By upfront meaning why you get honey, you go fuck some
I
pussy.
think
Tell
for
her.
me it does not work out.
No, be upfront that maybe you can't do it. If you know you're gonna fuck something, just don't lock it in serious. Tell her like, yo, we can keep doing this, but you know,
Yeah, we're casual. Yeah.
By the way, people, he's not Jamaican. He just has the accent. Jamaican man don't cheat.
Yeah, Jamaican men don't cheat.
What you saying, Junior?
You grew up a fire.
that's right, guy. That's right. So I can give you a citizenship. You know what I mean? But no, grow up on foreign. That's not nothing bad to me, yeah. Right now, the girl's name is like, what's Chavez Instagram? It's Chavez_BridgeBoys. You get me?
So,
Take us home.
final word, Junior?
Well, a long distance thing, then I go work.
Nah, go.
Too much that.
Too much.
So, you've never been away from your significant other?
Let's talk about a long distance relationship. Not being away from somebody that you're in a relationship with. That's totally different thing. I'm saying, for me to be in a committed relationship with somebody who's in another country or halfway across the United States, it's going to be difficult for me. And to the question of if me I go carry somebody from Jamaica, no, they must have them visa and come.
And then you must.
And then no bust.
Okay.
And
Never
then
find your way.
Find your
Find your
way.
way.
Visa, when you say have them visa and come, they have to come and stay here, them can
They
come
have
and
to
come
go
and
embassy
come.
and
They
get
must
them
get them things and
at
them
least
reach.
a one entry.
Yeah, and then we bust them. We bust them there, so. Yeah, but we not carry nobody from nowhere.
We never go down there.
Why? Because
We
you
not-
hear too much stories of you bring woman come a foreign and them
You know, if
experience
you
a
have-
new
if
culture
you have
and
a
all this
trust
different
issue,
and
one
them
thing you
change.
see what-
Yo, them go back all a curly ear Spanish.
Yo, I have a relative, bro.
Fuck,
Forget about yo, bro.
Justin.
Just all Justin right eat on the bottom and suck on the toes. Brother.
Yo, I have a
trust
relative.
issues whether or not you bring her or she have her visa.
Nah, man. If you go down there and do the big wedding, man, and call picture man for take picture and thing, man, and then she come and give you the pussy. The chick they get
So
the
if-
Yo, they should have a.
here. If you have the wedding here and thing, it don't
Yeah,
hurt.
the chick they
Yo,
get liquid
they-
water. If
they-
you bring her up, that get liquid 220.
Them should have a thing like if you bring somebody up and them cheat on you, they can't.
He want to call you
Deport them
CIS.
Deport them back. Let me take back my papers.
He want to call the police.
You know what I mean? But to each, and I mean, let's wrap it up though. You know the bridge we support. We support happiness. We support a positive lifestyle. So anything you do, even though we talk and we make jokes and stuff, we don't support cheating. We don't support hurting one another. We all support love. So communicate, do the right thing. It's been the Bridge Podcast.
And finally, the man them need to stop beat up the female.
Yes.
And kill the female.
Ooh.
We not support that none time. Why we might have so, and you know, I won't bring somebody from Jamaica to the US. Don't mean to say, even if I might go to Jamaica and, you know, take away a man girl, I don't want him kill her.
If you take her and take her up, so she don't have to worry
You
about
go
that.
too hard.
Yes, and stop violence against woman. Woman is the God's greatest creation, right? Yes, God's greatest creation. And we're out of here. Bridge Podcast. Boom.